I'm going to do a video on an experience that happened to me recently. I was trying to astral project and I had some success, so let's talk about that today. So this story took place maybe about, well, it's not even a story, it's an actual event that happened, but this took place about a month ago. And at first, I was smoking some weed, as you do, and me and my friends, well, it was me, my friend, and my girlfriend decided, oh, let's try do some astral projection outside right now. So obviously, you know what we were like, yeah, let's do it, let's try and do it, because I do love this stuff. And I always feel like when you try and astral project outdoors, for some reason your vibrations like synchronize up with the Earth's vibrations better, and I think it's because you can feel the spin of the Earth more, in my opinion, if you're outside. So like the Earth's obviously always spinning, and then you can feel it more because obviously the wind's going past you, isn't it? Simple sciences, I don't know. That's what I feel like. So basically, it all started with that we were laying down on this little bits of hay, that just because the grass had just been cut, and we were laying on it. It was very comfy, and that's important when you astral project. You need to be comfy at all times. So I was laying, as you do when you're AP, and I just started just getting in such a zen mood that day. Like, I was just letting everything go, just being just one with the earth and just being an outlet for the earth and expressing what the earth wants people to be expressing and all that stuff. Like, it was a good day that day was, and basically it led me to the point where I was astral projecting, and I was sitting there and I was noticing, right, my arm, I'm sure I fell asleep with my hand on my leg, resting on my leg, and I could feel that, but right now I can't. It feels like it's touching the soil, like genuinely I am on soil. That's how it felt. But really my hand was actually on my trouser leg, so it doesn't actually make sense. So when that happens, I always know, because it's like ghost arms or ghost limbs, I always know that I'm about to astral. But I don't always succeed to get out of my body, that's the only thing. But this time I did get out of my body, and that's because I was outside. I always feel like that interdimensional connection of being outdoors, or whatever you'd call it, somehow helps. So for me it started off with I was imagining myself in the field next to me. So I was here in this field, and there's a field over here, and I often go to this field just to smoke, and I know this field really well. Like, I can literally picture it in the back of my mind and everything. So I was picturing that I was in this field looking around, just looking, and slowly but surely I did start feeling like I was like floating a little bit out of my body, obviously, and I just felt like a blissful feeling go from my head, all the way from my head, and it tingled all the way down into my stomach. It made me feel that feeling when you get butterflies or you're nervous or anything like that. It made me feel that. And then it was like zoop, zap, zap, straight out the root chakra. That's what you call it, straight out there. But it's a very pleasuresome feeling when this thing happens to you, for some reason. It just really is. It's like your brain maybe creating stimulations that aren't there. Because every stimulation you've ever felt in your life, like if you touch, like, I don't know, a piece of wood, your brain is the one telling you that when I touch wood, it's going to feel like that. It's coding it in your head. When I touch wood, it's going to feel that. So yeah, it basically makes you disassociate when you're astral projecting. So I started getting that feeling like I was floating. And obviously I've heard that you obviously can see your body, but I didn't see my body. I just like literally went straight to teleportation. I was literally straight out flying. I was just straight out flying in the sky. And normally when I dream, it feels like I'm on like a conveyor belt, so I'm here, and I'll be like just watching myself walking, and I'll like end up here. But I didn't feel like I actually made that movement. But in this, I was literally moving my arms and being like, whoa, this is sick, like, and I was going fast, and I was like, ooh, like, this is some madness. And it felt crazy. I was going up to the walls. I was in this brown canyon thing, and looking back, I think I was on Mars or Venus, which is actually my star sign. Is it here?
No, I don't think it is.
Whatever Venus thing is.
Actually, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my one that's connected to my date of birth, basically. And so I was on it, and I was in between. Imagine two canyon mountain things here, and then a canyon in the middle. And I was flying in the middle of the canyon, and obviously, like, I was flying about here, and the canyon came up around me and down like that. And I was flying up to the walls, and I was putting my arms through. I was trying to feel what the wall was made of. I was flying very fast, and I was trying to feel, what's this wall made of? Like, what the fuck is this? So I put my arms, tried to put them on it, and my arms just literally went through it. And at the time, I was like, whoa, this is some, like, soft-ass sand. Like, how is this even staying upright right now? I thought, I forgot, like, in astral projection, you go through walls, because it was, like, one of the first times I'd done it ever. And my hands were literally, like, say here's the wall, like, the limit of the wall, this is where the wall is, and, instead of just, like, going here and touching it like that, my arm was going, my hands and fingers were going, like, through it, but I was still moving. So I knew it wasn't, like, sand or anything like that. It was nothing I'd ever felt before. My arm was just going through the wall. It was like actual stone. And then, sadly, my astral projection was cut short. It had actually been about 45 minutes at this point, and the other two were getting restless to get up. They asked me to get up, and I was like, whoa. Guys, I just experienced some crazy stuff. I got up and I started running in a circle. I couldn't control my speed, because when I was astral projecting, I was going so damn fast, and I could control my speed, but when I got back to the real world, it felt like I was still using my speedometer from the astral realm. So I ended up just running in a circle really fast and being like, guys, it was crazy, and I felt drunk as fuck as well. It was very strange. So yeah, it was a crazy one. If you guys got any astral projection stories, leave them in the